Imagine a quiet morning on the arid northern plateau, where mist hangs low and hundreds of donkeys stand in neat rows as if following invisible tracks. The air is crisp, the ground still cool from dawn, and the soft calls of donkey foals break the silence. Now picture this scene. Thousands of gallons of donkey milk, tons of premium donkey meat, and donkey hides refined into valuable collagen, all produced by an animal many consider a relic of the past. And it all started in an area many locals once considered too poor and inhospitable for serious farming. What if these donkeys were powering one of the most unexpected and lucrative segments of modern agriculture? Today, we're entering a farm that combines science, tradition, and meticulous design. More 500 donkeys live in open, airy barns, built to keep the air fresh and the floors dry year-round. Their milk is processed the same day into a rare, internationally awarded cheese. Donkey hides become pharmaceutical-grade collagen used in capsules and luxury skincare products. Their meat is shipped to high-end restaurants across Asia and Europe. Every part of the system operates with the precision of a modern American operation, but the atmosphere is almost handcrafted. But behind these impressive numbers lies a larger question. How did a humble working animal become the foundation of a multi-million-dollar market? And what can today's farmers learn from a model that sees each donkey not just as a simple laborer, but also as a valuable biological resource? This is the story of a quiet industry that grew from an unlikely animal to are shaping new ideas about the efficiency, sustainability, and future of specialty livestock farming. Before we go any further, let me know what you think. If this donkey economy has surprised you, leave a 1. If you're still skeptical, leave a 0. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. This entire operation is built on land most farmers would have ignored: dry soil, little rainfall, and a climate too harsh for crops. Yet for donkeys, these conditions are almost perfect. They eat less than cattle, tolerate heat better than goats, and rarely need medical intervention. Their resilience makes them one of the lowest-risk animals to raise, which is why this farm chose them as the foundation of a steady, diversified business. More than 500 donkeys live here in small groups rather than one large herd. The barns are wide and open, designed to move fresh air through the building all day. Ventilation panels keep temperatures stable, while underground drains prevent moisture from building up. Even with hundreds of animals on site, the barns stay dry and carry only a mild, natural smell. It's a level of cleanliness you'd expect from a modern dairy farm, not a remote livestock center. Feed is carefully measured. Workers mix hay, crushed corn, and digestive enzymes into a daily ration that supports growth without wasting resources. Each barn has sensors tracking temperature, airflow, and feed levels. If an animal eats less, moves less, or changes behavior, staff are notified immediately. The economics behind this precision are straightforward. Donkey meat is considered a premium protein in several Asian markets. Donkey milk, although produced in small quantities, sells at high prices for specialty cheese and skincare formulas. And the hides, once overlooked, now generate strong returns because of the global demand for collagen products. Each part of the animal supports a different revenue stream, turning a single herd into a multi-channel business. In 1 year, this farm can produce more than 100 tons of meat, tens of thousands of liters of milk, and thousands of hides ready for export. The numbers matter, but the stability matters even more. Donkeys rarely face the disease outbreaks that challenge cattle or pigs, and their lower feed requirements protect the farm from market fluctuations. As a result, this place has become a model for efficient livestock production, showing how an animal, often underestimated, can anchor a surprisingly strong agricultural economy. Caring for donkeys on this farm goes far beyond providing feed and shelter. The animals are treated as long-term biological assets, and every detail of their environment is engineered to protect their health. Their diet is controlled from the first week, starting with fine ground hay, small amounts of corn, and a blend of enzymes that support digestion. Workers check their stools, hydration, and appetite daily, noting even minor changes in behavior. Mineral salt blocks hang in every pen. Donkeys lick them throughout the day, boosting immunity and helping prevent infections that often trouble poorly managed herds. Each morning, the staff gently rinse the foals' mouths with warm saline water, an old technique that reduces the risk of intestinal illness and keeps young animals feeding consistently. It is a simple routine, but it prevents the setbacks that can slow growth or disrupt production cycles. Cleanliness is a major priority. The barns remain dry thanks to a multi-layer drainage system hidden beneath the flooring. Waste is pulled away before odors develop, and a bed of fresh straw is added daily. Even at full capacity, the smell is surprisingly mild, more like sun-dried hay than livestock. Visitors often comment that the barns feel more like controlled research facilities than traditional farms. Technology plays an equally important role. Every donkey carries a small identification chip that tracks movement, rest, and feed activity. When a donkey shows unusual heat patterns, alerts appear on the staff dashboard, allowing early intervention. The system once flagged a young foal with rising temperature before any physical symptoms appeared. Workers reacted immediately, activating cooling fans and feeding frozen colostrum to stabilize the animal. The foal recovered within hours, and the incident now serves as a training example for new employees. All of this attention to detail leads to predictable growth, lower mortality, and consistent production. In a livestock industry where disease and feed waste can erase profits overnight, this careful approach makes donkeys not just resilient animals, but strategic partners in a highly controlled, highly efficient farming model. When the donkeys are ready for transport, the farm follows a system built to keep stress as low as possible. Trucks use rubber floors to prevent slipping, and automatic vents keep fresh air circulating during the ride. Workers avoid shouting or pushing. They guide the animals calmly so heart rates stay steady and the quality of the meat remains consistent. Once at the processing facility, the donkeys are not taken in immediately. They spend about 12 hours in a quiet holding area with soft lighting, clean water, and light feed. This rest period allows them to recover from transport and reduces cortisol levels, which helps maintain tenderness and flavor. It also reflects the farm's belief that animals deserve respectful handling through their final stage. Inside the facility, noise is carefully controlled. Equipment runs with dampened engines, and staff use hand signals when possible. Curved walkways and smooth flooring guide the donkeys forward without pressure. The environment feels structured and calm, resembling a modern, welfare-focused plant rather than the chaotic scene many people imagine. One of the most valuable outputs here is the hide. Instead of being discarded, each hide is washed with warm ginger water, a method that helps preserve collagen fibers. After washing, hides move through a pressure system that extracts clean collagen sheets. A single hide can supply enough material for more than 20,000 capsules used in cosmetics and supplements, making it a major revenue source. The meat is graded and separated for different markets. Premium cuts go to restaurants that prize its mild flavor and firm texture. Leaner portions are used in stews, slow-cooked dishes, or processed foods. Even the bones are rendered into broths and nutrient blends. Little is wasted. By combining humane handling with efficient processing, the farm ensures each animal is treated with care, while every part of the carcass supports a different segment of the business. It is a model that balances ethics, consistency, and commercial value. Key reasons this operation has earned attention far beyond its region. Next to the processing facility sits a brick building known as the Central Kitchen, where milk and meat are transformed into products that reach markets far beyond the region. Donkey milk arrives here within hours of milking to preserve freshness. Unlike cow's milk, it contains less fat but a higher proportion of lactose, giving it a naturally sweet aroma. Because the volume is limited, every batch is handled with extra care. The milk is gently heated, cooled, and filtered before entering a slow fermentation process that resembles traditional Italian cheesemaking. Cheesemakers stretch the curd by hand in hot water to create a texture similar to artisanal mozzarella. The final cheese is pale, slightly elastic, and carries a clean, sweet finish followed by a faintly earthy aftertaste. A single wheel can sell for several times the price of premium cow milk cheese, and the farm's award-winning batch helped establish international interest in donkey dairy. Some wheels are aged for stronger flavor, while others are sold fresh to specialty stores and restaurants. In the adjacent kitchen, seasoned cooks prepare the meat. Donkey meat is lean, firm, and mild, but it requires slow cooking to reach its best texture. Workers cut the meat into cubes and simmer it in clay pots with star anise, ginger, cinnamon, and white pepper. The dish develops a warm, aromatic depth that surprises visitors expecting something gamey or heavy. Many compare the final flavor to a cross between beef and high-quality pork, but with a cleaner finish. Premium cuts are vacuum-sealed for export, while ready-to-eat stews are packaged for local markets. Beyond food, the milk also feeds a growing cosmetic line. Small batches are turned into soaps, serums, and lotions marketed for sensitive skin. Donkey milk has long been valued in traditional skincare, and its modern resurgence has fueled a niche but profitable segment of the farm's business. Together, these products show how the farm extracts value from every part of the animal, using careful craftsmanship and strict quality control. Food, wellness, and skincare blend into a single ecosystem, one that turns limited raw resources into high-margin goods with global appeal. As the days fade and the barns quiet, the full scope of donkey farming becomes easier to see. What began as simple, airy barns where feed was measured, health monitored, and care rendered almost clinical has morphed into a multi-stage system that maximizes the animal's strengths. From initial nutrition to digital monitoring, each step supports predictable growth and consistent production, something many larger livestock industries struggle to maintain. The controlled transport and low-stress handling reinforce this consistency. Allowing the animals to rest before processing, minimizing noise, and following humane movement patterns aren't just ethical choices. It's a reminder that welfare and efficiency do not stand on opposite sides of agriculture, they often move together. Once inside the processing and kitchen facilities, the donkey's value expands into multiple forms. Milk becomes rare cheese and small-batch skincare products. Meat is prepared for restaurants and packaged stews. Hides are refined into high-quality collagen used worldwide. Each product reflects a mix of technical precision and hands-on craftsmanship, giving the farm a level of diversification that buffers it against market swings. Perhaps the most striking part of this model is how little goes to waste. Bones, fat, milk, and meat each feed into different channels, proving that even a modest-sized herd can support a surprisingly broad economy when managed with intention. What once seemed like a niche livestock choice now stands as an example of resource-efficient farming. The success of this farm shows what can happen when overlooked animals are paired with thoughtful design and consistent care. Sometimes it comes from refining what already exists, turning a hardy, underestimated animal into the backbone of a modern agricultural enterprise. And as demand for specialty foods and wellness products grows, this model of donkey farming may hint at a future where small, focused operations can compete on a global stage.